We're like really close to 50,000 channel views, which is pretty insane. But we're still like 4 away from 400 subs and like, OCD, itching. Help me. No, but seriously, if you're newish here, consider subscribing. It'd mean a lot to us. Also, hi, I'm Pablo. We start off with yet another one of Canon show-offs. I mean, this one isn't as shameful, but it's still irritatingly vague. I'm talking about their new Full HD, that's 1080p, low light sensor. It's only 2.2 megapixels and appears to come in 3 flavors, RGB, RGB plus infrared, and monochrome. All of the footage in this video seems to be monochrome, with some infrared thrown in. In any case, the pixel size is of 19 micrometers, and for reference, the A7S II has a pixel size of 8.4 micrometers. They achieve this with some proprietary technology, they say. Of course, pixel size is not the end-all be-all of low-light performance, which is why it's a bit frustrating that their video shows no information in terms of ISO, or aperture, or even shutter speed. I mean, considering one of the pitches for this sensor is that it can shoot 100 frames per second, which affects exposure significantly. Yeah, okay, Canon, you might have something pretty special here. But still, will they ever put this in the camera? Who knows? This one I'm excited about. Adobe rolled out updates to some of their Creative Cloud programs, most notably Lightroom and Premiere Pro. Lightroom gets a small redesign in the UI. The haze, for example, has now moved closer to the top, and Profiles has a complete revamp. Also moved to the top, the first option now in the Edit module, actually. Now it's easier to preview profiles, and 6 new ones have been added. These profiles change how Adobe interprets your raw images. The option was always there, but not a lot of people knew about it. Also, they say that there's a lot of improvements to overall performance. Meanwhile, Premiere got some Sensai-powered tools. That's Adobe's deep learning AI. Lumetri, for example, now can automatically match grades between 2 clips. It's a non-destructive process and can further be adjusted. Auto-ducking, quack. Auto-ducking is a new feature that automatically adjusts soundtrack volumes around dialogue for a more cohesive mix. After Effects also got some improvements. Check the link below for all information. Personally, I hope they fix the bug in Premiere Pro where it would crash when you, did anything at all. Let's see, what else? Oh yes, Aputure released their much-teased F7 and MX lights. Both are quite small but quite a punch. The F7 is the larger of the two and comes in at $98. It has 256 LEDs, half of which are 3200 Kelvin and half are 9600 Kelvin. Midway, you are able to achieve max brightness at 5600 when both groups are on. However, NewShooter and others have tested this and show that it's actually closer to 6200 Kelvin. Still, at this temperature, it gets a CRI of 96.6 and an extended CRI of 94.4. While on pure tungsten, it achieves an average of 98.2 and an extended CRI of 96.7. You can power the unit with an MPF battery or a D-tap port on the side. It also uses a stepless dimming down to 0%. The MX, on the other hand, is a very small light. It has an internal battery that can be supplemented through a Type-C port on the side. Temperature ranges from 2800 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. Both daylight and tungsten get an average CRI of 96.7. The MX comes in at $149. I pre-ordered the F7. Lastly, a funny story from Ireland that could have actually turned out not that funny. On March 18th, around 6:30 p.m., both the state security and the local police got calls from an individual warning about a man with a big rifle walking around near a beach. But there was no rifle. It was just a man trying to take some sunset and astrophotography pictures. At some point, he was found back in the trailer park where he was staying with his wife, and both the state security and the Gardaí, the local police, asked them some questions, and when they realized what had happened, had a good laugh about it. What the photographer didn't realize at the time is that by the time he was found, they've been looking for the alleged sniper for 2 hours, had roadblocks around the whole area, and even an emergency response unit was dispatched from the closest city. So there you go. Apparently it's not just in America where you can get your tripod confused for a rifle. And with that, we move on to our shorter news stories. Rode is holding their annual short film competition called Rode Reel 2018. They have over $1 million in prizes. All you need to enter is a 3-minute short film and a behind the scenes showing how you used a Rode mic in the production. Entries close July 31st. Astora has a new lineup of LED panels. They come in different sizes, color temperatures, beam angles, etc. Too much to cover, but if you're in the market for a larger LED panel, they seem to have options to fit everyone's needs, so check them out. Apparently Nikon marks their refurbished products with 2 pin pricks at either side of the serial number, in case you were curious or maybe you wanted to confirm a seller's claims. Also, Canon might do the same. Maybe? MIOPS Splash is a new water drop kit. After you adjust some parameters with your smartphone, it'll be able to capture the perfectly timed water drop shot. It's actually a lot cooler than it sounds. There's some sample footage taken with the new Mavo 6K cinema camera available for download, or check out NewShooter upload of it to Vimeo. It looks pretty nice. Sony and Manfrotto got together for a collaboration and made a B-free advanced tripod. Manfrotto made the tripod and Sony went ahead and said it should be black and orange, like our cameras. Also, the mounting plate fits A7s best. According to CIPA, that's the Canadian International Pharmacy no, that's not it. Children's International Pro, no. California Independent, no. Camera and Imaging Products Association. There you go. According to them, DSLRs outsold mirrorless in February, and camera sales overall are just, yep. Photo Pro Mogo is a small flexible monopod, basically a gorilla pod with just one leg. It also looks a lot less like a Also, they have a 3-legged version, because, you know, gorilla pods are great and pretty popular. There is some leaked information that suggests Yi will release a small drone to compete with the Spark, I think? There's no gimbal, but it shoots 4K video. It's called the Yi Pixie. I think it should be called the Yixi or Yippee, and they can make a pro version, Yippee Pro. And lastly, if you enjoy all the April Fool's jokes, there are a couple of lists with all the jokes companies made. Frankly, a lot of them are very meh. My favorite was by the Camera Store TV, where they share their favorite camera hacks. I did not see the pun coming. Well done. You should check it out. Well, that does it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us and helping us get to this milestone. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, get subscribed, check out the links in the description for all the stories and other sorts of cool stuff. Now then, if only Adobe had released an auto cutting feature. Make my life easier. See ya.